Thank you for pulling up to the conversation. Welcome to the I Didn't Know I Was Me YouTube channel. I am here for motivational purposes only. And I speak to the soul. So I like to get some messages for my collective. Thank you, spirit angels and guides, for guiding us. Can we get a collective message for everyone? I meant to pull one, but we got two. Can we get a collective message? We got two more. Two more. Can I get a collective message? Can I get a collective message? Collective message. Spirit guides and angels. Okay, so let's see what we got in our first. This is my sacred geometry deck. Let's see what messages we got from Spirit today. Communication. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, to stay in the flow of source and balance exchange. So communication is giving me that we need to be able to receive information, not just give it out. And with that, using your heart space is a great way to receive communication. Your heart is of higher intelligence. You see a lot of purple in this card. That's like spirit connection. A lot of blue, which is throat chakra. So communication is key. Giving and most importantly, receiving. Number 14 on that card. We have the card of change. This card says the frequency of change supports our ability to gracefully dance with the forever changing nature of reality. Reality is not stuck to one structure. Reality changes a lot, and a lot of us have to be able to accept change. Change is the ultimate of this earthly realm. Nothing stays the same. But the card says birth both inward and outward, so that we can appreciate the sweet release of the old and the birth of the new. And I feel like since we are in the age of Aquarius right now, which is the age of information, Spirit is communicating through a lot of things. Heart-to-heart communication. I feel like technology plays a big role, being as though algorithms happen. What we think of, we receive. That's internally as well as externally. You know, as within, so without. An eclipse may hide your light, but never forget. This is a higher self deck card. Basically, this is messages from yourself, from your higher self, to your physical self. Everything is unfolding as it should be. And I feel like this is a great message, being as though we are going through a lot as a society right now. The government is changing. Structures have to fall for new ones to be built. And one thing that we need to know is that the Bible have told us that these are but the birthing pains. You know, in order to deliver a baby, a woman must go through a lot of pain to birth something beautiful. So I feel like something beautiful is getting birthed. We just are not able to really see it right now. But if you trust in spirit, if you trust in the divine, just keep in your mind that everything is happening is how it's supposed to be happening. nothing goes unnoticed by the divine. Nothing can happen without its permission. No matter how good it seems, no matter how bad it seems. You gotta take the good with the bad. Karmic relationships, resentments and triggers, perception, intensity, and letting go. And I feel like this is just a karmic relationship to how we communicate with each other. Karmic and the way how we don't use our gifts the way we're supposed to. A lot of us are in resentment right now. A lot of us feel like life should be different than what it is, which causes us to have triggering moments. And it's very intense to have your mind set on a path and just feel like nothing is working out. That's with your relationships and your family, with your money, with your job, and most importantly, with yourself. You are your biggest trigger. And you have to accept change and let go of what you thought would be so something new can come in. Interested in you, blooming romance, flirting, and wanting to date. And I feel like this is just probably a collective thing right now. It's no real relationships going on right now. People are having a hard time communicating who they really are. People have a hard time submitting to change, especially in this world that we live in today. A lot of us think that to even submit to anything is just totally beyond who they are. When you have to go with the flow, you have to ride the current, and that would just be submitting to what God already has planned. And I feel like the universe is trying to inform us how interested in us it is. I feel like the universe, the creator, creation itself, it wants to commune with us. It wants to literally, I want to say, date us. It wants to be in union with us. And we have to be able to realize that. We have to be able to see that. We have to break ties to old ways of being, old ways of living, because it's literally outdated. It's really time for a change, like our oracle card has said. So I got this Ace of Cups, the tarot cards, emotional loss, blocked, creativity, and emptiness. I feel like a lot of us feel, even me, sometimes we feel this sense of emptiness. We have to love ourselves more because a lot of us are searching for love in all the wrong places. A lot of us are blocked because of that reason right there. We have to love ourselves first. We have to put our spirit first. We have to do the things that we like instead of trying to get recognition from other people. Because those can cause us to have repressed emotions. When we want to please other people and we feel like what we're doing is not pleasing them, we sometimes cocoon into a shell and our emotions cannot express itself. I have this Four of Wands, exhaustion, burnout, deep contemplation. A lot of us are exhausted in this time of change, mentally, physically, and emotionally. A lot of us are restless because some people don't know how they're going to feed their family. Some people are stressed out because they don't know where they're going to have money to pay their bills. A lot of people have kids that they have to feed on top of the bills, on top of food, on top of just personal finances. And I feel like it is really exhausting mentally and physically. But we all need to have more, I want to say, grace, or have more understanding of what the divine can do for us. Because I feel like when we trust more, we won't be in this Four of Wands, a deep contemplation. A lot of us pray 5 times a day. A lot of us pray over our food. A lot of us pray over our bodies, but we praying, but do we really believe? So with that being said, I feel like a lot of people are exhausted. But a message from Spirit is to trust. Trust more in your divine protection. Trust more in your spirit guides. Trust more into yourself. Once you create that foundation within yourself, it builds, it has the potential to build a perfect structure. Foundation is everything. And then look, we got this Ten of Cups. It's in reverse, but I feel like, it says shattered dreams, broken family, domestic disharmony, disconnection. This is what our world is going through right now. A lot of misaligned values. People don't care who, what, when, where, and how they are doing things, as long as they are doing it for their own benefit. Relationships is struggling. It's broken families. And we just have to change our mindset. We are the creators of our own reality. Thoughts turn into material. Thoughts create actions. I feel like when we think something, we want to act on it. We have to get outside of our logical mind as well, so we can turn this into this. We can turn it into a positive, to divine love, and to harmony, blissful relationships, alignment, inner happiness and fulfillment, total love and support, not just from physical people, but from spirit, because we have lost our way. We have lost our connection to spirit. We have to communicate. We have to be able to accept change, because literally, if you cannot accept what's changing right now, it's in your face. You can't even deny it even if you wanted to. Change is happening, and we just have to go with the flow. So I feel like today's message is just a message to remind people of a lot of things that's going on. Spirit just want us to communicate better. Communicate better. We have not because we ask not. Don't just pray in a sense of fear and lack. Accept the things that you do have. Be grateful for the things that you do have, and communicate to spirit that you are okay with the things that you do have, so you can receive more. Change is inevitable. Change is the only constant of this world. Change. Once again, thank you for pulling up to the conversation. This is the I Did Not Know I Was Me YouTube channel. I am here to speak to the soul. I am here to speak to the collective. And I feel like I am a messenger. And I will have more messages for you guys later. I really appreciate the time. And just be positive, no matter how hard it is right now. Until next time.